So, okay, because I am on 2018.1.6 or even on point 2 or whatever, okay, there are a few changes. So you need pan 2, okay, not pan classic. Depending on your version, you might want to. I think this will work on all versions, but on classic they are using a few obsolete calls. But anyway, okay. One is that don't forget to assign when you import this, you're going to get a prompt to assign the app ID and so on. So that means go and register on Photon's website. We probably already have done this if you are following through the old ones, but you just go and register and you assign the app ID. Okay, everything else for now just going to stay the same. We're going to be using through this. So first thing we kind of want to do is go on to from the main menu. We're going to have to go and see if we can connect to Photon or not, or if we can connect to the network in a sense. So let's close that, let's minimize all that, let's go into our scripts, and we're going to create a new folder in here which we're going to call multiplayer, or just network I guess, but multiplayer will do as well. Great, new script, and let's call this network hook. Actually, let's just call it network manager. Okay, let's open this up. After it compiles, reload. Okay, let's add our namespace. Let's delete these two for now. So photon dot pan, let's say, I believe it's going to be mono behavior pan. They did change a few things, I believe, so hold on. So we need photon behavior over here, photon behavior, or let's just say, oh yeah, they did change everything. Mono behavior pan, photon editor, photon network. Let's see, pan extensions, pan RPC. Yeah, I believe it's going to be mono behavior pan. Property photon view while logging warning when your game still uses the network view. Provides all callbacks and events. Yeah, I think we're going to need this one. Okay, so let's see. Let's first of all create regions for this. Regions, photon callbacks, and region, and of course public override void on connected to master. Okay, the next thing we're going to need is override void on disconnected to master, or I guess on disconnected. Let's say on master client switch, player after joint. Yeah, we only have on disconnected, which works for us as well. Okay, we don't really care for the cause. So when we first start a game, and I'm going to make this into a singleton as well, because we only want one network manager, void awake, and let's do it like this. If singleton is null, this and don't destroy, unload this dot game object. Okay, else destroy this dot game object. Okay, and that will happen on awake. On start, then I'm going to say photon dot pan dot photon network. Yeah, that's going to be really annoying. So photon dot pan dot connect to master. Okay. Oh. So yeah, they kind of did all of this. So let's see if we can, if they have any photon network dot connect to master, connect using settings. Yeah, okay, connect using settings. Okay, so with this is going to connect with the settings we have onto our server settings. Okay, that's of course which what we saw previously. Let's see, why are you complaining? Because we didn't save. And I think is if we search photon settings, photon server settings, is basically going to use these server settings. Okay, which means it's going to use the master server ID. It's going to get it from the app ID, and because we are on UTP and so on, it's going to be using all of those. Oops. Okay, we have this WebSocket secure. Okay, I think we might need to set up a little bit more, but we'll see. So, okay, but what's important is to know if we are connected, and if we cannot connect, then we can play offline. If you start the game offline, however, you're never going to be able to log in again unless you go back to the menu. So it loads all the references it has to load, and then of course it's going to be working. So on disconnected, first of all we kind of need to go and set up the settings. For example, we need to say, do we have settings in this photon server settings dot enable fly pan login, start in offline mode, run background. Okay, app ID, fixed region, default. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit annoying until we find the new ways of controlling this. For level, okay, so automatically sync scenes is going to be false. We don't really care about scenes in this one. We're going to use the heavy observer pattern for this. Okay, you'll see what is this. But for multiplayer, yeah, we're basically going to let the multiplayer part just copy what we're doing and sync it across. And let's see, auto cleanup. Did they remove this? Local cleanup photon view. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit annoying. Well, anyway, okay, let's leave it for now. Let's leave this. So we have on start, it's going to go and connect using the settings we have. Awesome. And then on connected to master, we're going to have a few events. I'm going to say public game event on connected, public game event on disconnected. Okay, and these events are going to go and call methods inside our session manager. Let's find the session manager. Session manager, okay. Let's pin this. We don't need the state manager or level manager or even this. Historical calculations, okay. And we do need the network manager, so pin this. So in session manager, first of all, we need to know if we are inside the level or not. So public bool in game. How do we know this? On scene loaded, we are inside the game, load target level and load level. So let's do another method, void set in game property. In game is going to be true. On start game and not inside the restart level, set in-game property. Okay, we need only this. Then let's create a new region. Oops. Yeah, okay. Scene management. I think these two can go into a different region, but whatever. Okay, so let's create a new region. Network events, and you can see it's raining outside, or maybe you can hear. Okay, so public void on connected without the to server, and public void on disconnected. If, oh come on, what's funny, those are from, you know, from UNet and whatever, and we're not even using any of this, whatever. So if you are disconnected and if you are inside the game, you're going back to the menu. Why that is, I have no idea, but that's how it's done on Dark Souls as well. I'm going to guess that they probably have a few references, they probably send some data and so on and so on. Just to be safe, they just throw you back to the menu and they're loading you back in. So that's how it is. So if you are inside the game, and we're going to go and create a new reference. Start level, start game, okay. Public void back to menu. So basically just going to say on scene loaded equals false, equals null. For now at least, we'll see later what we need. I'm going to just say load target level and just hard code menu to this. Okay. Okay. Back to menu. Do this. In game equals false. Else, if you're not inside the game, then that means you are in the main menu. Basically, you throw an error or you throw a warning that you have been disconnected. Okay, so let's write, so notice that you've been disconnected. You can only be connected inside the main menu, so this is kind of irrelevant, but for us being on connected, we can add other methods, okay, that will allow us to connect onto anything we need. Okay, so for now let's just do a debug.log connected to master. So back to this, let's do a network. Let's compile first, but let's do the network manager. Okay, network manager. We need to add the events. So data, close the AI, close the events, menu events. Actually, let's make this into network events. Network events. Let's copy one of these. Network events. Okay, so on disconnected and on connected. Let's throw these two in here, on connected, on disconnected, and then for our friend the session manager, actually let's do my network events, or just network events, just so that I know they are separate, you know. Game event listener, on connected, what happens? Game event listener, on disconnected. On connected, then session manager, on connected, and on disconnected, session manager, on disconnected. Awesome. Network manager. Okay, let's hit play. I'm kind of curious to see if we can actually connect. Nothing happens because maybe we haven't assigned the network manager. On awake, on start, connect using settings, on connected to master. Yeah, because we never raise the events. On connected, raise. On disconnected, raise. Minimize, hit play again. Start game. Actually, let's hit play and let's see if we can connect right now. Connected to master. Okay, so now we are connected. Awesome. Of course, with this we can just add canvas. Okay, let's say create empty. This is not going to look too pretty. Let's keep that in mind. And let's say game. Let's remove that. So I'm going to go and add. Let's copy this button, and I'm going to say I just want the label for this. Going to remove the button. I'm going to change this to something darker, lower this. I'm just going to raise this something like that, whatever. Okay, change this to white and say connecting to server. Maybe change this to 24 or something. Okay, connecting. Then let's add a few events to this. Menu events. Thankfully, we don't have that much to worry about. Game event listener, because it's a really simple. It's a really simple main menu. Okay, so game object is going to make it. It's going to disable this on connecting, and it's going to again let you. So it's going to make the button for this to be interactable. So it's going to start as disabled, but even if you failed to disconnect, if you fail to connect, it's going to still let you play that. So on disconnected, you're going to change the text. We can do this. Yeah, okay. Here's what we can do. Connecting. On disconnect, let's drop the text and let's see if we can change the text value directly. Yeah, we can. Okay. Failed or just disconnected from server. Okay, and then over here we can change the text to text, string text, successfully connected. And you know what, instead of, let's remove the first one if we can. Damn it, we can't. Let's set this to off. We can't. Oh, we can. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to move this above the text since we don't have anything else above over here. So disconnect from server, can't connect to server. Okay, successfully connected. Offline mode only. Okay, and let's enable back again the button to be interactable. Set this to true. Okay, so click start game. Click play, not start game. Okay, successfully connected. Okay, so we can start playing now. And we are connected to the server. Let's see which one is this, because I'm really annoying. I think it's going to be this canvas. So you know what? Actually, that will be stupid if I did it. Let's go to level 1, or let's load it. Okay, we have the canvas already. Okay, so I'm just going to delete these two. Don't know what this guy is, but whatever. Don't really care for any of this. Okay, hit play. Okay, start game. No warnings. Awesome. Okay, so we are inside the game and we are currently connected, which means we can start adding network IDs and all those things. So back to the network manager. We're going to have to you know what, let's keep this, let's split it into different parts. So on the next part we're going to work with the network prints and network IDs, and this was just to how we can connect to the server, add PAN and so on. So as always, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and if you like to see more videos like this, then consider supporting me on Patreon so we can keep making a lot more of these. I'll see you on the next one.